Here at Capitol Pictures, as you know, millions of people look to us for information and uplift and, yes, entertainment. And we're going to give it to them.
And action.
An army of technicians and actors and top-notch artistic people are working hard to bring to the screen our biggest release of the year. Hail Caesar is a prestige picture.
Well, as a fan of old Hollywood films, I just love this. It's so much fun playing with those genres. And I mean, you get to play with different genres, like I guess you channel Gene Kelly, you channel perhaps Victor Mature. What was it like for both of you to do that?
I've never even done sort of like period movies, so I mean, they don't call me for period movies. They really go, oh no, you get to do dick jokes in school, college, or something like that, or some sort of dancing thing. Yeah. But I don't know. It was beautiful. I think I wanted to audition. I knew I was about 15 years too young for the part, Josh Brolin's part in No Country for Old Men, and I was just like, just get me like an audition with them. I know I'll be a better actor when I got like out of the room, and I was, and it's come around sort of a long way, and I've got to work with them now, so it's a cool road.
Yeah,
just road.
The tap dancing's pretty phenomenal.
Thank you.
It's great,
Isn't he amazing?
But he's never tap danced before.
I mean, this is the 4th film you've done, and they tend to like to cast you as not the brightest spark in the room.
You think?
Why is that?
It could be that I'm not the brightest spark in the room.
Yeah.
But every time they send me a script, it's like, hey man, we got another idiot for you to play. And I'm like, okay.
But they're not like trying to like cover it up at all. They just tell you right to your face.
You're gonna be an idiot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy's like, you know how like directors will talk to actors, and you sort of don't want to characterize their character too much. You don't want to tell them, well, this guy's an idiot, or this guy's, angry. They're always kind of walking you through these things. They're like, yeah, you're an idiot.
We're playing with the whole movie star thing as well. That must have been.
Well, it's fun. They sort of did it even with Oh Brother, because Oh Brother in a way was sort of was a Clark Gable takeoff and making fun of that kind of world, and so they've been doing it with me for a while, just saying let's make fun of Hollywood and make fun of stardom. Yeah,
and I'm sure the idea of wearing a skirt or a leather thing sounded great for the first few days. But
sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah, but after like day 9 or 10, what was it like?
Well, I was chafed a few times. It was a rash I got. No, honestly, it's a funny thing to, because you're shooting for, let's say, 8-9 hours during the day, and in the middle you've got a lunch break, and you're not really going to get out of your dress, so you got to walk to the commissary dressed like that, and that's always kind of a funny sight.
I'm realizing that the directors don't look stupid in this movie.
No, they all look
it's
good.
It's everyone else.
Yeah.
But the directors look very smart and like sort of.
Yeah.
There's only really one scene where they just look a little nefarious at times.
Yeah.
Now you listen to me, Buster. Nick Skank in the studio have been good to you and to everyone else who works here. If I ever hear you bad-mouthing Mr. Skank again, it'll be the last thing you say before I have you tossed in jail for colluding in your own abduction.
Eddie, I would never do that.
Shut up. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna finish Hail Caesar. You're gonna give that speech at the feet of the penitent thief, and you're gonna believe every word you say. You're gonna do it because you're an actor, and that's what you do. Just like the director does what he does, and the writer and the script girl and the guy who claps the slate. You're gonna do it because the picture has worth, and you have worth if you serve the picture, and you're never gonna forget that again.
I won't forget Eddie.
Damn right you won't. Not as long as I run this dump. Dad. Go out there and be a star.
And Eddie Mannix was a real fixer, wasn't he? So, and your character's based on him, but not entirely.
No, not. I mean, by name and by cosmetic nature, and that's. But the whole religious thing was more Thalberg. Right. Mayer, Strickland was the PR guy. So we've kind of hybrided, all those, like an amalgamation of people. And then also the accent and the New Jersey thing, and we were looking at a lot of different people. It was a creation, like they normally are.
Was a fixer very, very much a product of the studios? I mean, or do you think fixers exist now? I mean, do we have people like this now? I don't
know. They don't exist the way they did, and the way they did was in much more of a mafia mentality. They would hide anything. They like a death. They would hide a death. You can't get away with stuff now.
You can't.
There's too many phones. There's too much social media. There's too much, you know, post-Vietnam. I think that was the end of all that stuff. I think that when that studio system started to break down because of the media, I think. You guys know everything now.
That's right.
You ask all the right questions.
You get, I mean, you've worked with the Coen brothers many times, but George Clooney, what was that like to be with George and also to slap him around a little bit?
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fun actor. You know, we're going to do something after this. There's a Coen brothers written movie that he's directing. And it's Suburbicon. And so I love him, man. We've talked about working together for a long time, and I love slapping George Clooney around.
What is it about the Coen brothers and you that work so well together?
They're all about the work. They're all about the creation. They have a lot of fun doing it, but it's easy. It's easy to work. There's no pretense. There's no yelling. There's no screaming. There's no none of that. And I think they make phenomenal films.
Wondering what's going on?